Hi guys, what's going on? This is a bit of a meet recap, powerlifting recap of the year so far. I know we're only the 4th month in, but by the looks of things, I'm probably not going to be competing for a while. So I just kind of wanted to recap over the past 2 national meets that I've done and just kind of talk about them with you guys. So I'm a 93 kilo powerlifter. I have been for a while. I've teeter-tottered between 93s and 83s. Predominantly bench press is my only decent lift at the minute. Squats aren't so bad, but my deadlift, due to certain back issues, is quite lagging. So at the minute, we're really talking about, I've done a 237.5 squat at 82 kilos body weight, something like that, in the gym. I've done a 240 deadlift before, but that was with straps, so I kind of half count it. And my best bench to date is 190. However, come to comps, it's a bit different, as you'll find out later on in this video. So, for those of you who don't know, I had 2 kids on January 2nd, twins. So the start of my prep, basically for Brits, was fucked, just absolutely fucked. You're tired, you're getting restless nights, you're still working full time. It's a fucking hard gig, I'll say that. It's fucking tough. And that affected, that pretty much, they were born the day my prep for Brits started. So as you can imagine, going to Brits wasn't exactly going to be a great meet anyway. I didn't really expect anything from Brits, to be fair. I just did it because why not? You just always do Brits if you can. So I came 4th, which I did the same last year. I'm in a men's open. I'm 24, so I'm not expecting to be the best in the division. Mainly wait until maybe 26 to be that. But give it time. I did a 180 bench on my 2nd attempt, and then I went for a 185 bench on my 3rd attempt, which I did not get. I was just fucking thrashed. And England's just gone. I didn't place where I wanted to place, really. It was my fault. So my ass came off the bench, and we just had a bit of complications there and caused me to get 2 lifts red lighted. I didn't fail any of them, like lifting wise, but the technicalities ruled me out. So unfortunately, instead of getting a 2nd place, I got 3rd place. So the last 2 years I've been wanting to qualify to go to Commonwealths again. And basically because of, there's a guy on what's called dispensation, and now he is technically got priority over me, even though I'm in the top 3, even though he didn't compete. So dispensation means you have a special exemption from not competing. So he doesn't have to compete, he gets picked for selection anyway, which pushes me down to like 4th priority instead. So yeah, it's bollocks. Yeah, I'm fuming, but there's nothing I can change about it. So we just have to just fucking live with it. It was my fault, I fucked up, and you take it on your own shoulders and you move on with it, right? But it doesn't mean, like, I think I finally know what it feels like to feel lost. I felt this a while back. So as you see behind me, I've got basically every meet I've ever done. The medals on the right are like my participation, local, southeast ones, saying along with them 2 trophies at the bottom. But that purplish British Championship one, that fucking killed me, because I bombed out of that meet. And I haven't felt like that in a long time until this last meet just gone. Now, I didn't even bomb out at England's, but that's not what disappointed me. It's that I could have done so much more, but I ruined it due to a schoolboy error. Something as simple as just lifting your ass off the bench like an inch. It is just enough just to fuck your whole day. I trained 2 years for that meet. Really, like, while England's last year, obviously I cared about, I really wanted to place first, which I did. It didn't mean as much because it wasn't a qualifier. But this is a qualifier, and now I'm most likely not going. So yeah, it's safe to say I'm a bit fucking devastated and a bit lost on what to do and what to do next. So when you think about powerlifting, I don't see powerlifting as I just want to do it for myself. I only want to break my own records. I couldn't give a shit about my own PBs and what I'm doing myself unless it means I'm competing against somebody else. If I did it just for myself, I wouldn't bother competing. I'd just stay in the gym. Really, there's no point spending the money going out competing if you're just battling with yourself. That's the idea of competing, is you want to be the best, so you got to go out there and prove that you're the best. And you know, I had a long talk with my coach. I don't know what I want, because even to break like a Southeast record, you're looking at 200 kilo bench in the under 93s, which is a fucking wicked bench. But you're looking at about 200 kilo. Now, I still hold 2 records in the 83s, and I could try and break another record in the 83s for the bench press. But, you know, it quite requires me cutting. I've spent a bit of time trying to bulk and fit into the 93s, so it'd be really annoying having to go back down again, even though I'm not that far off. But yeah, I don't know, like, do I just go fuck it and go full power again and risk being just mediocre? Or do I just fucking blast it for a 200 bench and just go fuck it, we're just getting ready for Brits next year and England's next year and see how we go? It's hard. You know, as an athlete, I've never felt so lost. You know, because there's always the next thing. It's always the next goal. And the goal that I did have is now gone. And it's hard to fill that void with something else that you care about just as much. You spend so much time and energy thinking about it, getting ready for it. And then when you now don't have it, it's like, fuck, what do I do? What am I training for? It's hard to train for something when there's no purpose. So it's one of the first times I've ever understood like why people just don't go to the gym. Because if there's nothing to train for, why are you there? It's, you know, I couldn't go to the gym alone based on just trying to feel good. That's not why I go to the gym. I go to the gym because I want to be one of the best in a sport that I compete in. And if I can't do that sport no more, I probably won't even lift. I'll be honest with you with that. This sport means so much to me because of the pride that comes with it and how it makes me feel specifically. It's very strange how you can get so tied with it, especially egotistically, and you know, in a competitive nature, you just get so tied into it, and it almost, I don't want to act like it becomes your life, and you know, oh yeah, I disowned my family, and like I fucking slept in a fucking sleeping bag under a bridge and all that shit, like. But it does consume you, and you get very tied to it, and it's hard to get yourself away from that and look at things objectively. The only thing I can really take away though, as a good thing, maybe from all of this, is that if I would have gone to Commonwealths this year, I probably wouldn't have placed top 3 anyway. I most likely would come in, I'd attempt a 190 bench at Commonwealths, but that still might not land me first place anyway. Might not even land me top 3, depending on who goes. So in a way, it's like, okay, it gives me another year of more preparation. Come back even better for, you know, next year. Because if I then place top 3 at Brits, I get to go to Euros or Worlds if I'm good enough at Brits. Why not prepare for Brits? I know it's not until February, it's another 10 months from now, but you know, maybe you'd be in a better position then anyway. So might not be worth, you know, it seems like a really big loss now, and it is still hard to get over it. But at the end of the day, it's like, maybe you wasn't ready for it anyway. Give it another, you know, 2 years of solid training. And if I was to get over a 200 kilo bench, then I'm probably looking at placing top 3 at Commonwealths in the men's open, which is far more prestigious than, you know, anything I've ever done. Even the gold I got as a junior. And, you know, so that little plaque up there, the wooden one, that's actually probably the best achievement I've ever got. So that wooden plaque there is a Commonwealth's best lifter. So that was like best lifter for the junior category. But that is the best thing I've ever achieved. And I think, okay, once you experience like a really big high, like I've experienced some highs, when you go back to a loss, it fucking hurts. It fucking hurts. People say, yeah, but you came 3rd. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But to me, I knew I could have done better. I know I couldn't have got 1st. But because of my own schoolboy errors, I got down to 3rd. It's like, that is why it upsets me. I would actually have rather on the day just not being able to lift it and just failed, to be honest, because at least then I knew there was nothing I could have done about it. But the fact there was something I could have done about it and I fucked up, it hurts. And it's taking accountability for that obviously, you know, kicks you in the dick the hardest. So moving forward, most likely I'm going to be doing like a powerlifting meet in maybe October, November-ish time. I can't see my SBD getting high enough in order to qualify for a national event. So that's probably not going to be until 2027, if that. So it's going to be a while for me to compete. I might do a bench only in, what do you call it? In Gillingham, there's a bench only meet every year. They do down there. I'll do that maybe just to get a higher number to qualify with Brits again. You know, instead of 177.5, actually do a decent fucking weight in a comp this year. And that's probably it. I can't really think of anything else I can do. I really want to bench 200 pretty much next year. If I can get to 200 kilo bench, I'll be the top 3 in Britain. So that's the goal. Well, it's been good speaking to you guys. This one was a bit more personal, and as you can see, I've completely just been no script, nothing. So I appreciate you guys for whoever's still watching, and thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.